It's interesting because the fire, though it damaged our facilities, it burned lots of things down, it left people homeless. As far as the natural resource is concerned, all of these plant and animal communities are adapted to fire. They've all evolved with fire. Generally speaking, because of the impact that fire has on our infrastructure, we see it as this really negative thing, but it's really only certain fires that cause that kind of destruction. So a lot of the fire was good fire. A lot of fire occurred in a way that these plant and animal communities are adapted to, and it was actually a rejuvenating sort of experience. We've suppressed fire for the last 200 years. So fire is inevitable in California. It has to happen just because of our climate. So while it wasn't a great thing in every instance, in a lot of cases, it was really critical. This fire, it went from this lovely little fire to this kind of raging monster back to this lovely understory burning. I think that more than 3/4 of the acres consumed in this fire all happened in a 24-hour period. That sort of fire is the kind of fire that we get now because we've suppressed fire so much. After that, basically the weather changed and the fire settled down. These systems, these communities, they go through cycles. They are plastic. Yes, recovering from a burn, but it's just going through another period where it'll be great for woodpeckers. It's not going to be recovery for them. They're going to be super excited. I think it'll be really, really interesting to see how our salmonids do. All those anadromous fish that use the streams because of the logging at the turn of the century. Our streams are wood starved, right? They don't have the big wood in them that creates the habitat for these fish. Well, they've got plenty of wood in them now. So there's going to be all these changes. Someone asked me, do you think the forest will be the same? This was like the second day after. And I said, it'll be different. And it's always going to be different. Short term, I've kind of had this emergency response dealing with everybody who wants to make sure that their roads are safe. Now a lot of trees were killed, or at least top killed. These trees are going to be failing for the next 3 to 15 years. Following the fire, we do have these dozer lines and hand lines and some of these things through our parks, and they're like a wound, an open wound. So first we need to make our infrastructure safe to restore the public's ability to get into these places without damaging the resource, to make sure that you're not going to get hit by a tree, right? And then we also need to be making areas safe to do prescribed burning, because with all of these dead trees you create snags that then fire can climb up, and they're problematic as far as trying to keep fire where you want it. It was really very much a blessing and a curse from the natural resources perspective. There was damage, and then there was great value from a whole lot of this fire.